Alrighty, I think we are nice. And oh, I'm going the wrong way. Hang on. I'm just trying to adjust this so that it's nice and neat. What is going on, guys? It's actually the live stream actually connected to the chat, which is what I wanted. What is going on, guys? How are you all doing? Hope you're all having a great day so far. And today, we're going to be answering your questions in a live format. So yesterday, I put out a post talking about how I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow. It's today. And you guys can answer or ask anything you want, and I will answer those questions. So we are actually live. I finally got the live stream working. I don't know what. Oh, Eli Taylor Reviews. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to change it. I'm gonna have to open the chat up here. But Eli Taylor Reviews, what is up? I don't think you sent in any questions, but you can still send in questions in the live stream. Yeah, you can still send in questions, but I will be waiting for some more people to join in, and then we should be getting started relatively soon. I don't know why this is having a delay problem right here. Yeah, this is not right. But yeah, any questions you have, feel free to send them in. I will gladly answer them. And yeah. So I might want to fix this. Hey, we got 2 viewers. What is going on, guys? Any questions you have, leave them in the chat box, and I will be getting to the Instagram questions relatively soon. I think this might be Mega Fan, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let me know in the chat box who you are if you join, because it really helps. It really lets me know who everybody is and who is and isn't in the live stream. We got 3 viewers. What is going on, guys? Let me know who you are in the chat box. Let me know any questions you have. I will be getting to the Instagram questions relatively soon. So send anything you have that you want answered right now, and then I will be getting to the Instagram questions pretty soon. What have you been doing while quarantined? Yeah, I'm gonna need to open up the chat because it's a little bit harder to read over here. I'm gonna have to open up the chat box if the live stream is showing up on my YouTube channel. It is. Nice. Okay. So let me just... Okay, what have you been doing while quarantined? I have been doing a variety of things. Mainly movies and stuff, but it hasn't been that bad, to be honest. It hasn't been that bad. I did some drawings. We got 3 viewers again. What is up, guys? I did some drawings. So, yeah, I put up on my Instagram. It was like a time lapse of me drawing this right here. Let me just pick it up. Okay. Yeah. I just started watching Breaking Bad and just watching a lot of movies. Yeah, I've heard Breaking Bad is pretty good. But I drew this. I drew this Batman. It's actually pretty decent drawing, and I liked it. If you want to see how I made it, the thing is up on my Instagram. So I did that like the day before yesterday. I really need to get back into watching a lot of movies because I've actually taken a break the past 2 days. Just cause I don't know why I did that, but I haven't watched any movies in April yet, so I really need to start watching some movies in April. Other than that, it's been pretty on the down low, I'd like to say. It's been pretty good. It's been alright. I really like not really having that much going on in my life. It's just really easy to just stay home and just, do whatever you want. That's what I like. I've been really getting into Spider-Man a lot lately. I mean, if you don't know, Spider-Man is he's my favorite superhero, but he might just be my favorite comic book character of all time. So I've been really getting a lot of Spider-Man. I've been getting into a lot of Spider-Man media lately for some reason. I put on Spectacular Spider-Man the other day, and I loved it. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen the entire show, but I mean, I even own it. I even own a couple of volumes. Let me just see if I can get these out. I own these 2 on DVD. I've got Volume 4 Is that, yeah, that's volume 4, and I've got volume 8. This is, I believe, the final one, episodes 24, 25, and 26. Or maybe it's not. I kind of forgot what the whole thing... I don't think volume 8 is the last one, actually. I think volume 10 is the last one. But I know it got canceled after 2 seasons, and I've been in a bit of a bad mood past couple of days because I've just been really, really mad at the fact that they canceled Spectacular Spider-Man for a show like Ultimate Spider-Man, which isn't even really good at all. So yeah, I mean, maybe one day we can get a revival. Maybe, I mean, if you can get a show like Young Justice back for a 3rd season on a DC universe, if you can get Clone Wars back on Disney Plus, then you should be able to get Spectacular Spider-Man back. But I know the reason they canceled it was legal reasons and Disney purchasing Marvel back in 2009. I mean, it really does suck, so... I really want it to come back. I really want some closure. I kind of forgot what the ending was, so I'm kind of excited to go back to the ending, but I also don't want to watch the ending of the show because I know I'm just going to really make myself mad by just having the show end on a cliffhanger. So, I mean, it's whatever, but I mean, that is probably like my favorite animated TV show of all time, up there with like Regular Show and some of the Ben 10s. But yeah, I've been in a bit of a Spider-Man mood. I'm gonna get back into... I really need to start visiting some comic storylines that I haven't checked out yet. Probably some more popular ones, but I might get I might dive deep a little bit into some of the more non-familiar storylines involving the character of Spider-Man. I want to get more into the into the Ultimate comics, but I just haven't made time for that. So I need to get back into reading some more. So that's that. Any questions you have, make sure to leave them in, and we will be getting to the questions on Instagram relatively soon. Planning on rewatching some Spider-Man movies soon. I went through the Raimi trilogy January, February, and I think in March. Yeah, so it took like the course of a little bit less than 3 months to go through the Raimi movies for me. I did that. I really want to go back to the Mark Webbs. I know I've seen Amazing Spider-Man 1, I think only twice. So I need to go back to that one, and I want to go back to Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I think I've only seen maybe 3 times. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure about that one. But I want to go back to those 2, but they're just so uninteresting, and I really don't want to go back to them. But I kind of want to because they're still Spider-Man movies, and I love Spider-Man movies and all that. I'm definitely going to go back to Homecoming soon. So I want to go through I own all of them, so they're like right there. I'm looking at them right now. So I want to go back to the Spider-Man movies. I watched Far From Home back in January, I'm pretty sure. So I guess I'll revisit that one too. So it's going to be like my 4th time watching Far From Home, if I do end up going back to it after Homecoming. But yeah, I've just been in a bit of a Spider-Man mood lately. I've been really eating up a lot of the Spider-Man media that's been thrown at me. But the main thing that I'm planning on doing next, before... I also want to go back to some of the older TV shows. I really want to go back to the classic animated series from the 90s. I've been really into... The theme songs are so memorable and just so nice. And that they really make for some really cool orchestral epics. Like if you just look up on YouTube like Spectacular Spider-Man theme song, orchestral version, or 90s Spider-Man theme song, or orchestral version, there are some really cool ones out there. I'm going to recommend some right now to you guys. Make sure to go. First of all, follow Samuel Kim Music. Subscribe to that guy. He does some really cool stuff. And then also go to what was his name? I think it was Connor H. something. I'm pretty sure. But just look up Spectacular Spider-Man theme, and it should be this one. See, if I look up Spectacular Spider-Man theme, it should be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one from the top. Connor Hickling, that was his name. He has 2 videos. One is like just an orchestral cover, but the second one is faster tempo, and it's like the same tempo that was used in the show's intro song. So that one's definitely the one I prefer. But he's got some really cool stuff. He's got one that's like a cover of Into the Spider-Verse music. And then Samuel Kim, he's got some amazing tracks. He's got... I prefer Connor's Spectacular Spider-Man ones because his are the ones that really, like, orchestrate the entire song. Whereas all the other ones on YouTube that are the Spectacular Spider-Man theme, but epic version, those are just really kind of toned down, and it's just like a... It's like a ting, almost like a hi-hat of sorts for like the melody, and I just don't like that. I just don't prefer that. I like everything being orchestrated, and in his ones, it's like a full orchestra and like an entire band that's actually like going through the song. So I prefer his, but I also like Samuel Kim's like 90s theme and like the yeah, that one. He's got a really cool one for that one. And then every time he does one for Spider-Man, he always throws in like other stuff. So I believe there's a little bit like Avengers, like MCU Spidey, a little bit in his 90s theme. There's obviously the classic theme from the 60s, the Spider-Man, obviously the iconic one. And I've really been digging these remixes lately. So that's been nice. But we've got 2 viewers. I guess it's time to get to some questions. I really want to make sure anybody who asked a question is in the stream, so I can actually answer it for them. Let's just see. Yeah, I'm just gonna DM some people who commented questions, just to see if they wanna. Okay, live now, about to answer questions. Answer questions. Okay. DMing that guy, and then gonna DM this person as well. Live now, going to answer those questions. Yeah, so let's just see if some people join within the next something-ish minutes. And I've got some... I've got some message... Oh, okay, yeah, I'll accept this. Yeah. Okay. Hey, we got 3 people. What is up? I'm about to answer some Instagram questions real quick. Let me just answer this question for this person, because I want to help this guy out. He's trying to figure out where I watched Spectacular Spider-Man. It's a free app. Yeah, if anybody wants to watch Spectacular Spider-Man or Spider-Man the new animated series, which was the MTV one from 2003. And they were like marketing it as if it's connected to the Raimi movies because like the first one was such a big hit. They have that one on Sony Crackle, and they also have Spectacular Spider-Man, which is obviously the better one. So if you guys want to watch those, they're on the free Sony Crackle app, which I was super surprised. I was watching an audio commentary on the first episode. Well, I was about to. Hey, we got 4 people. What is up, guys? Let me know in the chat box how you're doing, what's going on, any questions you have, and I will be getting to the Instagram questions real quick. So yeah, I was about to watch this audio commentary, and they were like, I'm watching this episode on this app, and I'm like, really? And it's legal, guys. This is a Sony app. This is Sony Crackle. This is not one of those apps that you download from like an external browser or something, and it's illegal. No, this is completely legal. What is my favorite? Ooh, okay. Let's check out what that question is asking real quick. But yeah, this is completely legal if you guys want to check it out. What is my favorite war movie? Mine... Oh, I think you meant what is your favorite... I think you mean what is my favorite war movie. Mine is Saving Private Ryan. That is a really good choice. I really need to check that movie out soon. That was a pretty good choice. But yeah, if anybody wants to watch those shows, they are on Sony Crackle. Okay, let's get into some Instagram questions right now. Where's the posts? Okay, here are some of the questions that we have. Yeah, you meant your. Okay, I got that. Okay, thoughts on Snyder Cut? I definitely think there is a version out there. I've said this before, I believe I said it on the podcast a while back. There is definitely a version out there. Now, whether it's finished, whether it's not finished, that I'm not 100% sure on, but I definitely know that It's not a finished product. It's not a ready-to-release movie, but there is definitely a version. I personally hope they drop it on HBO Max. That's just something that I would prefer. I'm pretty sure HBO Max is supposed to release, I think, this month. It was either April or May when I checked back in 2019. So yeah, dropping that on HBO Max is definitely the right move in my opinion. That is what I would like to see, because I don't care if it's just like green screen behind them. I just want to see what the creative choices were. I just want to see what Zack Snyder envisioned, because this was actually something that we didn't, like, that was actually pretty rare, and like something that I found pretty cool. I see that question, I'm going to get to it. This was something that I found pretty cool. Zack Snyder, one director, completely envisioning this entire, like, universe. Like, he did Man of Steel, and he did Man of Steel the way he wanted to do it, and then he did Batman v Superman, and he did that movie the way he wanted to do it. I mean, studio interference and all that, notwithstanding. And then after that, he was going to do Justice League, and that's where it happened. Oh, that's from Oopsie. What is up, Oopsie? I thought that was from Eli Taylor Reviews. Sorry about that, but I will get to that question real quick. But Zack Snyder just like doing this entire, like, not trilogy, but this entire universe of sorts. I thought that was going to be something really cool, because I mean, if you look at something like the MCU, you've got Jon Favreau directing Iron Man, and then Iron Man 2, and then that's it. You've got who directed, not Ang Lee, that was the first Hulk movie, but whoever directed the Incredible Hulk. Them directing that movie, and then that's it. And then whoever directed Kenneth Branagh directing the first Thor movie, and then that's it. And then you've got whoever directed the first Avenger, and that's it. And then Joss Whedon steps in and then takes all these properties and combines them into the first Avengers film. It worked for a lot of people. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Avengers. That's one of my unpopular opinions. But that worked for a lot of people. But it was so many different cooks in the kitchen. With DC, they were trying something new. One person envisioning the entire thing, and I thought that would have been really cool, but that's not what happened. So thoughts on Snyder Cut? I really hope they release it on HBO Max, and yeah, I just really hope they release it on HBO Max. That's all I want. Okay, question on YouTube. Let's get to that one, if it can show up. What do you prefer, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3? Definitely Spider-Man 3. That's a pretty easy one. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 I don't dislike. I don't dislike any Spider-Man movie, and I don't hate any Spider-Man movie, and I don't dislike any Spider-Man movie. I do think The Amazing Spider-Man 1 is a bit average, maybe a slightly below average, and I don't like it all that much. But it's not a bad film by any means. Amazing Spider-Man 2 I actually quite enjoy. It's a guilty pleasure for me. I like watching it, but I don't want to watch it because it's just not that good. So, between Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, I would definitely go Spider-Man 3. I have Spider-Man 3, there's like 2 whole movies between my ranking of Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3. Because what my ranking is at the moment, my ranking changes all the time. But as of right now, this is probably the most, I guess, the most truest ranking that I've made. The film that really reflects my opinions the most. At the bottom, I've got The Amazing Spider-Man. I just never liked the dark tone and all that stuff. It works for Superman and Man of Steel, and it can work for Batman and all those types of characters, but it does not work for Spider-Man. You need Spider-Man to be lighthearted and quippy and all that. So Amazing Spider-Man number 1 at the bottom. Above that, I have Amazing Spider-Man 2 because that is one of my guilty pleasures, but I don't think it's a good movie. But I do like it. I do like watching it. I mean, all the corny dialogue from Electro and all that. It's fun. It's fun. It's not. I can understand that it's not a good movie, but I like it. I mean, I kind of like it. Then above that, I actually have Spider-Man Homecoming. That was my number, I think number 6, something like that. I mean, I think it's a good movie. Homecoming is a good movie, and especially a very good MCU movie, but it just doesn't understand Spider-Man, in my opinion. It just doesn't understand who Spider-Man is. So that's what I have at number 6 or 7, if you want to count Venom. And then above that, I think I would probably put Venom, but I'm not including Venom, so take Venom out of it. And then above that is Far From Home, and then above that I have Spider-Man 3. So I definitely prefer Spider-Man 3. Only superhero movie in existence that is still able to make me cry. That's crazy. Film stock. What Marvel Disney Plus show are you most excited for at the moment? Ooh, good question. At the moment, I'm probably the most excited. I mean, I want to see something, so I'm really excited to see Falcon and Winter Soldier because that is the first one we're getting, and I really want to watch it because I just need something from the MCU after Far From Home, and now that Black Widow's being delayed, I don't even know which one's gonna come first, but I want to see something. But the one I'm most excited for is probably WandaVision. I really want to check out that show. Actually, after I would say Moon Knight, but I don't know anything about Moon Knight. But I am a fan of Moon Knight, so I really want to watch that show, but I don't know anything about it. So since I know a lot about WandaVision, I'm really excited for WandaVision. It seems very trippy. It seems very Doctor Strange-esque, and I'm a huge fan of Doctor Strange. You guys know that, so I would probably say WandaVision is my most anticipated Marvel Disney Plus show. Okay, next question would be, what are your top 3 Nolan films, but you can only pick one from the Dark Knight trilogy? That is from Filmstock himself. Okay. Top 3 Nolan films. You put that I can't put, you said that I can't pick only one. I can pick only one from the Dark Knight trilogy, but nothing from the Dark Knight trilogy is actually in my top 3 Nolan films. My top 3 Nolan films, in no particular order, because I don't want to rank them yet. I'm going to rank them when Tenet comes out, if it comes out in July or whenever. My top 3 films, in no particular order, is Prestige, Inception, and Memento. Those are my 3 favorite films from Nolan. The Prestige, one of the greatest plot twists probably in cinematic history, and such a uniquely crafted film. Inception, one of my first experiences to that was like my first exposure to film that isn't normal, if that makes sense. So that's definitely up there. And then Memento, just completely redefining the film structure, and that's one of those films that only works because it's structured the way it is. If Memento plays out beginning to end just normally, it does not work. The plot twist doesn't even work that way because the entire twist, I don't want to spoil it, but the entire twist relies on the fact that you don't know anything about the beginning and that you're seeing the story from the end play backwards. So those are probably my top 3 Nolan films, in no particular order. Eli Chili Reviews. Did you see that Jamie Lee Curtis is possibly going to be in Mandalorian Season 2? I actually did see that, and I'm actually pretty excited for that. Mandalorian Season 2, Mandalorian Season 1, obviously amazing, but Jamie Lee Curtis, I really liked her in Knives Out, and I really she's a pretty good actress. And Mandalorian has really been doing this thing where they're casting really unique people, and I really like it. So I really want to see what they can do with a person like Jamie Lee Curtis in a show like The Mandalorian in a universe like Star Wars. That would be pretty interesting to see. Okay, next question is going to be from Trevor Sondrel. The first one, thoughts on Snyder Cut. That was also from Trevor Sondrel. Next one, MCU Phase 4 most anticipated. That's an easy one. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I'm super excited to see. And my wish list, the one thing I don't exactly know what I'm going to do if this turns out to be true. I don't really know what I'm going to do if in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Tobey Maguire shows up as Spider-Man. Because, Sam Raimi, he's directing. That's obviously Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi directed Tobey Maguire trilogy. And now going into a movie like Doctor Strange, but not just Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It is literally a movie about the multiverse. When you have a director like that, going into a movie like that, thoughts form. Thoughts form in your mind. And thoughts are forming for me. And I don't need them to show him in, I don't know. You don't need to put on the suit for him. You don't need to get in Andrew Garfield, at least not yet. You don't need to have Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire meet yet. Just show Tobey Maguire and we will know who he's playing. We will realize what they're trying to do here. You just gotta show him. And he just has to be down to do it. If that's the post-credit scene, that would be insane. If he's in the actual movie itself, that would be insane. Just should put him in the movie. And I don't even know what I'm going to do. I don't even know what's going to happen if once I see that. But that is my one thing on my wish list. Film stocked. Infinity War or Endgame? I'm going to go with Endgame. Infinity War, I find it's good, it's great, it's amazing, it's all of the above. But Infinity War just has that thing where it gets overcrowded at times. I didn't notice this the first time, but the second time I watched it, it was getting kind of hard to follow along because of how many characters are just overflowing the movie. So that's just one of my tiny little complaints. I'm actually gonna drink some water real quick. Yeah, my throat was about to give out there for a second. But yeah, a movie like Infinity War, I love Endgame a lot. But even Endgame has issues that I find are overlooked and that people are just overrating the movie a little bit. So both of them, I find, have problems. But I think Endgame's a bit better. I do prefer Endgame. Okay, next Instagram question. Favorite DC villain? Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash is just a villain that I find exceeds all expectations. He's one of those villains that really manipulates the hero and just twists his life around in all these different types of ways. Reverse Flash is actually my top 10 favorite comic book villains of all time. Oops, he just sent in a question, which is pretty long. How old are you, and since when did you start watching movies? If my grammar's bad, sorry, I'm Portuguese. Oh, that's alright. It's actually not bad. I started watching movies, I've watched movies pretty much my entire life. Like, literally my entire life. I think since I was maybe 3, probably. I know I've been watching before the age 4. I know that for sure. I think I've been watching since before age 4, so yeah, I've been watching for quite some time. Where was I? What was I talking about? What was the last question? Infinity War, Endgame? No, I think I was on the favorite DC villain. That's right. So yeah, Reverse Flash, one of my favorite. Wow, yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've been watching movies. So yeah. So Reverse Flash, one of my favorite villains of all time, comic book wise, and if I had to pick a runner-up, I'd probably go with Joker, because Joker is like another very Reverse Flash-esque type of villain. But I think I like Reverse Flash a little bit more, but Joker is one of those iconic villains. He's been portrayed so many different times by so many different people. The two standouts are obviously Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix. Heath Ledger I still prefer, but Joaquin Phoenix is, I think, the better actor, and he did give a better performance, but Heath Ledger is just my Joker, so either way, Joker I really love, but I think Reverse Flash is probably my favorite DC villain of all time. Next question, can you do the Bane voice? If so, do it. I don't think I can do a Bane voice. Let me just listen to it real quick. Bane. I'm just going to type in Bane from the plane scene. Let me just listen to his voice.
Only one. Perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man.
Why someone would shoot a man? No, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I would try, but it'd be very embarrassing. I don't want to do that voice. I don't think my vocal range would be able to handle it. It's very high. It's a very high voice, and I could do it, but I'm not 100% sure if I could really do it. But yeah, that is a very interesting question. No, I can't do that voice. Alright guys, I think we've been going for almost half an hour, so if you have any last minute questions, definitely send them in. Otherwise, we're going to be ending this pretty soon. I was actually in a bit of a bad mood this morning because I found out Deadpool showed up in Fortnite. Yeah, not a fan of Fortnite. I used to play it extensively. I was one of its biggest defenders, one of its biggest supporters. Surprisingly enough, somebody who hates Fortnite as much as I do. I was actually a pretty big defender of Fortnite, and I used to play it extensively. And I didn't quit because I was bad. I quit because the game was bad. I wasn't even like a horrible player. I could still win if I wanted to. It's just, the game is so not good. It's not a good game. It's so aimed, it's ruining a lot of stuff. in my opinion. I mean, I still love all the properties that have crossed over with Fortnite. I still like Deadpool as a character, and he's still one of my favorite anti-heroes. But every time somebody crosses over with Fortnite, I just lose a little, like, tiny sliver of respect for them. That's just me, though. That's just me personally. I mean, the MCU has crossed over with Fortnite and all that, but it's just so wrenching to me. I really don't like it. I really don't like Fortnite. Okay, I think that's going to be the final questions. Thank you so much for everybody that stuck around. Thank you so much for everybody who came around. I hope your questions were answered. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to try to work on... I have my notebook right here. I'm going to work on a video that is going to be pretty much kind of like a speculation video. I really need to put up my Man of Steel review, because I need to work on that. I've been working on that, and I really need to put it up, but I just can't seem to find the time. But I have a lot of time right now, so I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna put up a theory-ish video. Start working on that. I have a lot of videos in my mind right now, so I need to get those out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Until then, have a great rest of your day and stay positive. Oh, so did you like Man of Steel? I'm gonna save that for the review. Just watch the review and you will find out. I'm sorry I have to do you like this, bro. I'm sorry I have to do you like this. But I want to make it a surprise, because I've never really made it public knowledge whether or not I like Man of Steel. Am I one of the supporters or am I one of the haters? I think I gave you a little bit of a hint as to how I feel about it towards the beginning of the stream. But just wait. The review will be up soon. If it's not today, then it's definitely going to be some time within the next 2 to 3 days. So if you are patient enough, you will be rewarded, I guess. Thank you so much, Oopsie, for still sticking around, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, have a great rest of your day, and stay positive.